So hello everyone. So we have been seeing many examples on how to trace recursion. So we saw stack method and tree method. So this was I think the first or second example that we saw, and I told you this is how we push the function call. So in stack we will have this uh, activation record for every function that is called. See, for main a of 3, a of 2, then this was the line number, that is 5. When it comes back, it should remember what it should execute. So this is what we saw previously, that is instruction pointer. We spoke about that. So I'll cover this theoretical background in more detail, but just I was going through ChatGPT on how, I mean, so what does it say about this. So let's see. After this I'll make a video where I'll cover what is this activation record, but this is also a good explanation from ChatGPT. I just checked what is activation record in stack for recursion. So see what ChatGPT says. It says an activation record, also known as stack frame, is a data structure that is used to store the state of the function call. See, so let's go to our example. So this was the main, and see here it had its we had done n equal to 3, right? So it had its local variables and it store the state, that is whatever is the state till what it's executed, and when it comes back from where it should execute. See, it remembered, right? I have to execute from line number 5. So this is what here also it's saying. So when a function is called, an activation record is pushed into the call stack, and when function returns, activation record is popped off from the stack. So fair enough. So here we saw that we were creating these activation records whenever it is called, and when there was end, we were popping off these records. So that is what it's saying. So we popped off the activation records. So in context of reversion, each function call creates a new activation record on the call stack, and each activation record contains the following information. Let's see about the information. So I hope this is clear. A of 3, we create an activation record. A of 2, 1. So whenever the work was done, we popped off those activation records. So now see what it says. What is contains, it contains return address, the address of the instruction that program should continue executed after the function returns. This is what we stored here, right? Instruction pointer 5. So when so we were remembering what to execute when it comes back, and we are going forward. So when this it was popped, it came back, it executed line number 5. So this is what in other ways also we did, right? So I think it was in section 6. So let's see. I think 6 and 7. Yeah, see here. So again, here also we remember printf. We were remembering what to execute when we come back. So that is what it's saying. Next, local variables that are defined with the function local scope. So see, we did it with n of 3, right? So n of 3, it was being stored in this activation record. So that is also stored in activation record. That is what it's saying. Yeah. Yeah, parameters, the value of arguments passed to the function. If there are more arguments, these will have. So actually here, yeah, n equal to 3, my bad, n equal to 3 was the argument that we passed. So if suppose if there is another for loop here inside this function, I equal to 0, whatever local variables, so those local variables also will be stored here in this activation record. That is what it was meant here, local variables. So our parameter n equal to, so that is also. Now next, activation record of the caller function, or reference to the activation record of the function that made the call. For example, this a of 3 called a of 2, right? So it will have a reference to a of 3. So that is, it will know that it was called by this. So similarly, these references will be maintained. So this is what is some simple words what ChatGPT gave me an explanation of activation record. We'll cover this. We'll have one more detailed video on this. Let's cover this. So I just wanted to see what ChatGPT has us to tell us. So that's it. I wanted to show that. So thank you.